And joining us now to talk about Dakotafest coming up August 16th through the 18th in Mitchell, South Dakota. Nikki Jones is with us. And Nikki, appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us today. How are you?
Of course. Thanks for having me on. I'm doing well. Busy, busy getting ready for the show.
Definitely. Well, busy indeed. As a lot of things to prepare for as we are less than a month away from Dakota Fest. And, looking at this year, I know you guys are working hard on a great lineup once again. I know as well, getting back into some more normalcy and getting back into the swing of things. Last year's Dakota Fest was great and looking forward to, I'm sure, an even bigger event this year, Nikki.
Yeah, we're excited for the event this year. We've got, like you said, an agenda full of, interesting stuff. I think that, in addition to our 400 exhibitors bringing all their latest stuff, all their newest technologies and products and services, they're excited, I know, to talk to all the attendees. And there's just so much to look at and see. But in addition to that, we of course always have our education sessions. We have a lineup of sessions, one specifically about the carbon pipeline. It's called the Carbon Pipeline Forum, and we've got a few experts that are going to be answering questions and talking a little about that on Tuesday, the 16th. And then also on Wednesday, we'll have the South Dakota congressional delegation there talking about the upcoming Farm Bill and all of the things that need to be in the farm bill, shouldn't be in the farm bill, how they should be, presented from a South Dakota perspective. So I think people will be really interested in hearing about that. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I know those sessions, especially Farm Bill, you get the delegation there. A lot of farmers and ranchers across the state. They're always wanting to know what their legislators have to say, and they always want to ask them questions as well. And that's a great forum to try and get some answers and ask some questions, Nikki.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that'll be well attended. We of course do those in the Reeves Education Building on the or northwest corner of the show. Um, I do want to mention too, Thursday, we will have the Women in Ag event on Thursday morning, which will be exciting. We have a keynote speaker this year, Michelle Miller, the Farm Babe. She is a social media influencer and a big advocate. And she's going to be there speaking to us about how to tell the agriculture story. But then following that, of course, we're going to find out who wins the Dakota Fest Woman Farmer Rancher of the Year. We have 5 amazing finalists, and we've got them up on the website if anybody's curious about them.
Yeah, and I know I was just looking through that as well, and I was going to mention that 5 great finalists for the Woman Farmer Rancher of the Year, and I know folks can read a little bit more about them, as you mentioned on the website. And I think as well, you mentioned the exhibitors earlier. That's a big part of the show, obviously, with whether you name it, seed companies, chemical equipment, etc. And it always feels like. Every year there's a lot of great new technology that's unveiled, et cetera, and just a lot of great conversations had during Dakota Fest.
They do, and I think Dakota Fest is a good place to make those connections, whether you have your local dealer that you need to visit and talk with, or whether you're looking for someone new or something new. It's all going to be there, and it's beneficial, and you make those connections to help grow your business and grow your family farm. So that's why we exist, and we're certainly excited to help make those connections. And we do have a new thing this year because it doesn't have to be all business. We've got fest in the name, so we like to mix it up a little bit. We've got the new networking lounge this year, which will be a tent. Um, at the northeast corner of the show, and we're going to have some live music in there, and you can grab some snacks, some beverages, and sit and chat. Also a good place to make connections. So we're going to have Weston Frank out there playing music live, and a couple other folks. So I think it's just in addition to the business and getting out there and talking to exhibitors, it's a really good time to sit and relax, especially in the heat. It's nice to have
Exactly.
a place to sit down.
Exactly. Fantastic stuff. Now, let's talk tickets. If folks want to get tickets here in advance for Dakota Fest, whether it be one day, 3 day, all 3 days, August 16th through the 18th, again, what's going to be the best way to get those tickets, Nikki?
Sure. Go to dakotafest.com and you can order your tickets online. They're $7 online versus, if you get them at the gate, you can do that too. They're going to be $10 at the gate. If you get them online, you can also use code radio22 online at checkout and get an additional $2 off, so you can get a $5 ticket. So I would encourage people to go to dakotafest.com.
Dakotafest.com. Again, use that code radio22 and get your tickets for $5. And of course, all the information up on the Dakota Fest website. Looking forward to it. Again, coming up August 16th through the 18th in Mitchell, South Dakota. Nikki, I appreciate the time. Thanks for catching us up a little bit on Dakota Fest. And I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon as we get ready for the show.
Very good. Thanks, Jesse.